Well, once again, y'all know I got something to say about something. Otherwise, it ain't nothing to be said at all. Listen, I know the Lions lost again, but I'm still gonna put some remnants of blue. I got to wear my glasses, they help me see. Anyway, pretend. No, let me get it. All right, I came on here because I was looking through my Facebook timeline, right? I was looking through my Facebook timeline and I saw, I think, 7 Mile Radio or whatever, doing some footage of accident on Gratiot. I forget the intersection, but Gratiot. And it was one of them old roadster cars, Charger or Challenger or whatever, and then a Ford, somebody's Ford. And probably another case. I can't say for sure, but the way they was commentating and the way they was recording, it seemed like it was a case of speeding, going too fast, not being in control, and then crashing into another car, having an accident. And the gentleman was still in the vehicle, trapped in there a little bit. Looked like they might got to, work to get him out, but they gonna get him out. He was alive. Both parties, passengers in both cars was alive. Thank God for that. So I had to comment. I made a comment, and I did. And I was saying that it's a shame, that you couldn't get married fast. And by that, I mean, that's usually not a fast thing. It's kind of rare that it is a fast thing and actually be successful, but you couldn't get married fast, start a family fast, graduate from college fast, you know what I'm saying? That's not the norm, right? Not saying that he didn't do none of those things, just saying an example, but you can get in the car and drive fast, get injured fast, and damn near die fast. That's a shame. Something to that extent. I don't remember exactly how I quoted it, but I put it in there. And on general terms, I wasn't saying anything about anybody involved in in the accident per se. But somebody commented back, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, such and such and such." And I was just like, my comment was, don't be butthurt. Don't be butthurt. Driving reckless on the road has consequences, and these are the results. And I said that. I said, listen, when I was making the reference of the fast comment, I wasn't saying that, because even worse is if the man that was a little more seriously injured, I think, than the other person, possibly. I can't say that for sure, because I don't know I didn't assess I didn't assess the injury, so I don't know. But anyway, I was just merely saying, if you are married, let's say the gentleman is already married, say the gentleman does own a business, because I think y'all say you can't really own a business fast. That's not a fast process. Those aren't processes that go fast. It's the moral of the story, by normal circumstances, the things I mentioned, you don't just snap a finger and then there they go. So I was trying to make sure I clarify that when I said that, I wasn't talking directly about that person, but it'd be even more sadder and disappointing if he is a married man. He do have a full family, does actually own a business, done graduated from college, got a degree. If all four of those things is true, all the more worse reason to say, what the hell is you driving like a maniac on the road, knowing goddamn well you got all of that at stake. That's what I was going for. Then I cleared it up. But the minute this little butthurt person gonna get blocked. If I see a comment to that, I'm gonna go right on all the way through the channels and click all the way to their profile and block their ass right all the way off the goddamn. I ain't got no time for Facebook. But yeah, you got to be careful out here. All this summer, all I see is people showboating in their little roadster cars, revving them loud ass unnecessary motors and engines and stuff. Just to be seen. I'm like, it's like you just need attention so bad that you don't give a damn what type of attention you get. So you just rev your motor, you speed up just to get to a light that's red that you gotta stop at anyway. Like all them traffic infractions I saw the other day. I don't know that I said anything about them, but I'm gonna go ahead and say something about them now. I was at a Washington Boulevard and couldn't figure out why somebody was blowing their horn at all the cars in front of them when the light was still red. Hadn't yet changed. You had about 5 more seconds of red time. And somebody blowing their horn as if they want people to go and run a red light. That was stupid. They'll go ahead on over to Cass and Grand River. Well, no, before we get to Grand River, we at Bagley Street. And Bagley, a car wanna just decide to go ahead and roll the red light. It was maybe a couple more seconds before it turned green, maybe about 5 seconds early. And they decided they was gonna go on ahead and go. And there was a car coming. And they was wailing on that horn. And they was at full speed because they had the right of way. And there was a near miss, T-bone, near miss. That car got lucky, only to have to stop at the red light at Cass and Grand River. I tell you what. Now we go to the service drive at 375 or I-75, whatever freeway that is, official freeway. We got somebody in the not turning right lane, turning right as the light turns green in front of a car that wasn't turning, that was going to go straight in the lane where he could have turned. So basically cutting them off to get around them to turn when they was in the wrong lane in the first place to even make the turn. It was this close to being spun out because of the dang on decision you made. Terrible. We get down to 5th and Grand River. Boy, that was an interesting morning because it seemed like at every damn corner somebody was doing something stupid. 5th and Grand River, speaking of charges, challenges, whatever that is, whatever car it was, they were turning off of Grand River onto 5th with a raggedy old school back in the day van. The van looked like it was on a struggle bus, but it made the turn, but it was like kind of a slow turn, and it was kind of trying to get in its lane good, and the Charger was about to try to speed off and pass on the left, which would have been on the opposite direction of traffic on that street to get around the van, but had to stop real quick because the van hadn't yet merged all the way out of the way of the Charger that was in a hurry to make the turn. And then after that near-miss collision, little bump, whatever that was going to be, it wouldn't have been nothing too bad, but it just would have been petty. That's what that one would have been. He still revved up quick to get to Temple Street. He said, well, to get to Temple Street. To then turn and resume on off. That's a damn shame. And then, later on that afternoon, same day, all this in the same day, gentleman on a bicycle coming out of Campus Marshes, about to cross at the main crosswalk. But the light was green for the Woodward traffic. And a big-ass delivery truck was going. And near miss, he hit that horn, near miss, that guy almost got knocked into heaven or hell, wherever he was going to be going. Because he was riding, there wasn't no stop, no pause, he just came and went on ahead across the street. The truck was like this close to doing whatever. knocking them into oblivion or smashing them flat like a pancake one. I couldn't believe it. Just everybody. We just need to be more mindful, careful, cautious. Slow down. Nah, get rid of some of this anxiety. Ain't no hurry. Don't be in a hurry. You don't need to be in that big of a hurry and mess around and die. Which that might not have been your hurry, but that'll sure enough hurry up and happen if you ain't careful. So anyway, I'm gonna check the comments and see what this knucklehead gonna say to my response, because I ain't got time for foolishness. And I'm gonna look on their profile too, because if they're young, that'd make a hell of a lot of sense. So let me go on ahead and I think I said enough. People, just please be careful out in these streets. Okay, in these vehicles and any kind of form of transportation. Scooters, bikes, and all. Take your time. Keep your head on the swivel. Eyes wide open. Ears wide open. Pay attention. Get your brain right. Before you get out here commuting and going places and mess around and cause a tragedy. I said enough.